So today we're going to be talking about plant biology, but more specifically the hormones that are found within plants. Now the hormones that are in plants act similarly to the hormones that are in us humans. They're going to help the plants to grow and mature, to develop. They're going to help them maintain stress levels and do just all types of things within this plant's body. So in this video today, we are going to be talking about the five major hormones that are inside a plant. So we have auxins, gibberellins, cytokinins, ascorbic acid, or abbreviated as ABA, and then we have ethylene, and the form that we're going to be talking about is ethylene gas. So let's dive right in with auxins. Now, auxins are found in young plants, but more specifically in the shoot apical meristem, or SAM, SAM for short. And now all this means is this is the part in the plant's body that is creating new plant organs, such as leaves, flowers, and fruits. And it would make sense that auxin is there because that is the youngest, newly developed part of the plant. And now auxin has major effects on the growth and development of plants. That's what's really important here. And to go along with this, the auxins are promoting the root and fruit growth, and they're also preventing the loss of leaves and fruits. And this is very important because if you didn't have all those leaves or the green chlorophyll, chloroplast filled appendages on your plant, then it's just not going to thrive well because this is where the energy sites of the plants are. And it also stops axillary bud growth. And that's kind of weird because we're talking about auxins and we're thinking about growing and developing. So why would you want to stop the growth of something? Well, first of all, an axillary bud comes up between the intersection of two branches or leafy cluster type areas. And right in between this intersection, this little bud pops up and itself forms into another branch or leaves or a flower cluster. So to me, when I think about stopping this growth, I think about it as a gardener pruning their garden. And that's simply to say that the gardener doesn't want their plant to be overgrown. The plant will be fighting for all this nutrients that needs to be spread around the plants, and it's just not going to be as healthy. So the auxins similarly are pruning, quote unquote, the bud from inside. And have you ever wondered why you go outside and you see plants that are in the shade bending toward the light? Well, this is also because of auxins. The auxins are rushing over to that shady side of the plant. Hydrogen ions are rushing out of the cells that they're going toward. The cell walls loosen. The turgor pressure within the plant is increased. The cells enlarge, and the stem bends toward the light. So that is all that the auxins do, and just growth and development is a key factor here. So now we're talking about gibberellins, and just like auxins, they do promote growth, but specifically they promote stem elongation, and this is going to help the plants grow big and tall and strong. We also have gibberellic acid, which is a form using the gibberellins, and this is something that farmers use or gardeners, etc., use to break the dormancy of buds and seeds. And what's really important here is that it's promoting the activity levels, which in fact, start to promote growth because your plant's not going to do well if it's not active. Oh, okay. So there you have it. That is gibberellins. So now we move on to ABA. And ABA are produced within the green tissues or those tissues that contain chloroplast. But the most important part here is the fact that they are the stress hormone of plants. Just like humans have cortisol, ABA is in plants, and that is their stress hormone. And now, it actually, if there's a high level of the ABA in the plant system, they actually start to put the seeds or buds back into their dormant phase. And that's the exact opposite that we talked about with the gibberellins. So instead of increasing activity, it is decreasing activity. And I'm just going to abbreviate ACT for short. And during this process with all this ABA in this plant system, it also closes the stomata. And the stomata is the site of gas exchange, the tiny pore opening on plants that allows for gas exchange. And that's really important to the health and growth and development of our plants. So now let's talk about ethylene gas. The main important point right here about ethylene is that it ripens our fruits. Have you ever walked out into your kitchen, went to get a nice spotty, soft banana, and you have other fruits or vegetables around it, and you wonder why those other fruits and vegetables are starting to ripen themselves? And it's because bananas, your ripe banana, is putting out all this ethylene gas. And this helps to ripen the fruit. What it's doing is it's stimulating enzymes that tell the fruits or leaves or flowers that they're mature and they're ready to drop off the original plant or the original branch that they're hanging off of. And these enzymes are softening the fruits. And they're also making them more attractive. They smell better, they look more beautiful. And that's just signaling that they are mature. Now, last but not least, we have cytokinins. And it's going to really help to know the root words here. So cyto means cell, and kinin loosely means repair. In depth, kinins means a response to the tissue damage inside of the plant. And now, if we know cytokinin breaks down into cell repair, it's going to be a lot easier to remember this hormone. Because what does it do? It promotes cell division. And where is it found? Well, it's found in the dividing tissues of roots, fruits, and seeds. And also, strangely enough, or, cool enough, it prevents aging or senescence. And we are finding out that the cytokinin hormone has all these anti-aging properties. So that's just a cool little tidbit there. All right, so to recap, the 5 major hormones, auxins are the powerhouse of the growth and development of plants. Gibberellins promote growth, but they're mainly promoting stem elongation, and they have properties that breaks the dormant phase for our seeds. Cytokinins, cell repair. These are promoting cell replication and trying to prevent the cell damage. Ascorbic acid, or ABA. This is our stress hormone. Very important to know. ABA, stress. And then you have the ethylene, or in our form, ethylene gas. And this is what ripens our fruits and vegetables. So there you have it. all five major plant hormones.